AI vs Australia, 2026 job loss. Half of Australian firms expect AI to reduce headcount within 3 years. Are you ready? This video is for leaders caught between two fears, falling behind on AI and becoming the person who fires everyone to chase efficiency. The job losses have started, but why Australia? The numbers tell the story. A $100 an hour worker costs 200 grand a year. Frontier AI models now perform quality work on entry-level to medium-level professional tasks 11 times faster at a fraction of the cost. The data is clear. 50% of Australian firms expect AI to reduce headcount within 3 years. That's from the RBA. 54% of financial jobs face high automation risk. That's Citigroup's analysis. And this goes well beyond knowledge work done in front of computers. This is going to touch everyone. If unit economics keep moving this way, offshore is not a safe mode. There's still too much friction and coordination overhead. The automation case strengthens every quarter. But here's what most leaders miss. This isn't about AI replacing humans. Not yet. It's about humans with agentic AI replacing humans without AI at all. By 2026, people who work with frontier AI will feel as though they live in a parallel world to people who don't. Jack Clark, Anthropic co-founder. 3 groups are emerging. Superusers who've rebuilt workflows around AI, surface users who use it for simple tasks, and non-users barely touching it. PwC found AI-exposed industries have 3 times higher revenue growth per employee. And there's a global AI skills gap that's emerging. Workers with AI skills command a 56% wage premium globally. In Australia, it's just 17%. Only 24% of Australians have done any AI training versus 39% globally. Here's what happens. The $100 an hour super user becomes a $300 an hour contributor. The surface user becomes a cost to cut. Which group is your team in? Now, here's where most AI content stops. Move fast or die. Use this tool. Install Claude Code. But you're not just optimizing a spreadsheet. You're making decisions about people's livelihoods. I know this feels heavy. You're weighing efficiency against loyalty, shareholder pressure against team trust. But there's a third option most leaders miss. So let me tell you what I've learned about this. Inaction is not the humane choice. Leaders who wait to act on AI give their people false security, then sudden layoffs when they run out of runway or AI-first competitors in their space eat their lunch. Leaders who move early have options. Time to reskill, time to transition, time to be generous. The specialists get automated. The generalists manage the agents. Your best people don't need to be replaced. They need to be repositioned. Your job isn't to protect people from change. It's to prepare them for it. Delay feels kind. In practice, it removes options. So where do you start? There are 3 moves. Pick one workflow with measurable throughput. Establish oversight, review, provenance, disclosure. Convert one skeptic into a sponsor. I'm building out the 5C adoption friction framework, and it's the same diagnostic I use in paid consulting. Every week on my Substack, I share playbooks for getting AI transformations unblocked. The link's in the description below, so subscribe to that if you're interested in learning more about how to unblock AI transformation in your business. There are 3 ways to work with me: the newsletter, paid diagnostics, and I also do a 90-minute intensive to find your friction point, get your roadmap. Now, if you've tried to get AI moving before and it's stalled, it probably wasn't the technology's fault. Most AI initiatives fail, but not because of the technology. A lot of the value is in process redesign. It's about rethinking how to do everything faster, better, and cheaper with the help of AI agents. Speed without oversight is also a liability. Here's what happened to Deloitte recently. They had an AI-generated report with fabricated quotes, no verification, and the credibility damaged. They submitted an AI-assisted report to an Australian government department. The cost? Big Four partner gone and a lot of reputational damage. The The winners won't be the fastest adopters. They'll be the ones who get the fundamentals right. So what does getting this right look like? 12 months from now, your team operates differently. Your super users have multiplied their output, your middle performers have leveled up, and the roles that needed to change have been transitioned with dignity. You're not playing catch up, you're setting the pace, and you did it without becoming the villain in your own story. Australia's AI opportunity is significant. $142 billion by 2030, revenue growth for AI-exposed industries, and a strategic advantage because the first movers will get the most options. The leaders who move first have the most options for themselves, their people, and their business. You get to choose. The window's open now. Early movers have options. Late movers have mandates. Which would you rather navigate? If your AI initiative is stuck, it's usually not technology, it's the humans around it. Most leaders default to training when the real blockers are fear, control, or unclear consequences. If someone just doesn't use the AI tool you rolled out, what consequences do they face? I run a 90-minute intensive for you to find your actual friction point across clarity, capability, credibility, control, or consequences. If you're interested in finding more about that, there's a link in the description below. AI presents an enormous opportunity for Australia, but leaders and business owners wanting to roll out this transformation need to understand that it's not just a technology shift. It's quite a radical change in how your people think about how to do things and how to deliver value to your customers. If you found this interesting, I'd be interested in your thoughts. Drop a comment below, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.